So part of winter prep means making sure that there is enough breakfast ingredients that make hot breakfast and breakfast that is also filling. So oats is normally our staple, okay, and so I make sure there's quite a few of these bags in the storehouse, but also I make sure that the jars are filled. And apart from oats porridge, because this is what my children would eat, that's what they like. My son likes this one, okay, and I also eat this one, yeah. So I make sure that there's that, but I also make sure that there is toppings for the oats. So I normally have some nuts available, walnuts, almond nuts, pistachios and the likes. I always make sure that there is some in the storehouse, okay, to top them up, to top up the porridge, okay, to give it extra flavor, extra nutrition. And I also make sure that because I have the oats in the pantry and also in the storehouse, I make sure that there's also loads of fruits, frozen fruits in the freezer, okay. Now I had an allotment where we had our own fruits, so throughout spring and summertime I would have been harvesting, but I gave up that plot until we move, and then we get our farm where we would be able to harvest fruits. So for now I will have store-bought fruits closer to the time, winter time, like around November is when I'll do the fruits for winter. Okay, so that's that. So now let me fill up the jar. And apart from the oats, I also have maize meal flour, again for porridge, okay. We make this using milk and water, so I have to make sure that there's loads of milk also in the storehouse and in the fridge. And then we also have millet porridge, so I have to make sure that there's millet flour, okay. And we have this with milk, but also sometimes switch it up and have it just sour with lemon. So I always have to make sure that there's lemon or lime in the fridge as well, okay. And sometimes I cut them up and put them in the freezer, just a few, okay, for a few weeks in the winter times because of emergency reasons, when there is really like terrible weather, because sometimes it can be so windy or snowy and we have weather warnings, so it's not wise to go out those times. That's why I prep for winter as well, not just to save money during winter for investment, but also for personal and national emergency preparation, okay, so that I'm not running around looking for food. Okay, I'll tidy that up. So that's it, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.